hunting in Arizona. We're hunting some mule deer with some bows. I've never gone out of this state before hunting mule deer. I cannot wait. I've only heard of this hunt being super fun, deer everywhere in Arizona. I can't wait. So we're gonna get after it this week. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Did you hear that? I felt that in my bones. Dude. Wow. They were doing like bear. Oh, look at. Wow, those are pristine, man. Wow. What a beaut. Wow. What a beaut. I would still send it though. We are making Cal's famous elk steak, T-bone, and mac and cheese. Chloe's mac and cheese. Okay, now we're getting ready. Oh my. Too hot. Too hot. Gosh. Okay. Take a try of it for the first time. Oh yeah. Real good and flavorful. Liver King out. Liver King out. First buck. Okay. He's a wide 2-pointer, but we're still taking him. Look at that buck. Dude, it's wider than it's. Had like 6 or 10 does with them and they took off. Yeah. And then the buck was at the behind them and he stopped and looked at me, but he was just behind a tree. No. And I ranged him at 92 and then they just kind of busted out and I just kept going. And I probably followed him for like 4 ridges, but I just never got closer. Yeah. Daggone, dude, we'll try 40 yards. You got to 40 on the buck? What happened? Dude, it was wild. So me and Chloe were sitting down watching this group of deer in front of us. I'm like, I promise you I saw a buck in this group and it's not there. There's like 10 does, like boom, like spread across. We're there for like 20 minutes, like waiting for a buck to come out and then go after it. But we're just sitting there and I'm looking and I'm like looking by my binoculars and I hear like a cow calf. Like I kind of hear a calf behind me. I look behind me, like the mule. Yeah. I'm like, wait a second. That sounds like a mule deer. Yeah. I look, and there's horns coming over the top. No. 35, 40 yards away. What happened? And my bow is not knocked. Like, it's behind me. I'm sitting down. I turn. I'm like, Chloe, right there. I grab my bow, and right as I grab my bow and knock my arrow, he peeks his head up 35 yards away. And then like I kind of, and the whole time, the first time I was seeing his horns, he was kind of like grazing, mewing, and then sure enough, that thing like peeked his head up. I knocked my arrow, and I looked back, he's gone. Dang. And I was like, dang it! I was so mad at myself. And then sure enough, there was a group of deer that was just right over the hill, and I was just so mad, and they were busted, but. The wind wasn't even good. I don't know how he even got that close. The wind was going right to his face. They're so in the rut. Oh, they are so. That one was so rutted up. It was insane. He was right after I scared him. He was still chasing deer around and does. And then right here, when I came back after, I was sitting here, and all of a sudden, right where see where that like red dirt is, that line like 200 yards. Yeah. A doe comes and a buck's following her, just hardcore rutting her, and then so I'm like, all right, sick. But then two guys on quads come by, But I don't think they were hunters. They didn't have bows or anything. And I was like, what the heck are you doing out here?
That is the worst.
And so I start heading over there, and then I get there, and then the doe met up with another group of does that was like working over here, because I think they spooked him off of there. And then all I see was the buck's antlers going up over the hill. And I was like, dang.
Wow. Come on. You have something. Oh, there it is!
What was it?
Thing's a baller.
Oh! That's a nice buck right there. Cole just went after him. The wind came in, and the buck got scared. I think he smelled Cole. Shoot. Hopefully Cole sneaks above them. Dang it, he's gone. But man, he's still running.
He couldn't get close enough. Poor little Sasquatch.
There's a group of does tree walking on this hill. And then the next hill over, there's a lone buck. He's working this way. Hopefully we're gonna stay on this skyline and maybe we'll come this way. There he is, that nice buck. Hoping that doe and that mule deer buck comes over the top, right in the saddle maybe.
Right.
Freaking rangefinder, it was too shaky.
I was running.
Oh, shaky. 2 bucks within 60 yards in 2 mornings. We're gonna get one.
Dadgummit. That was fun.
That was really fun. There on the top of the ridge, heading left, the buck is with 5 does, and he is riding them up pretty hard. Alright, we got a buck. He looks like he's about to bed, but he's been sitting here for the past probably 15 minutes. So we got the earpiece in. Cal's gonna be on the walkie, walking me into him. We're gonna go try to make this happen. Let's go. We can't really tell if it's a goose or a mule right now, but we're gonna find out when we get up there. He's right where that dot is. He's right where the dot is. Cole should be coming right underneath him.
Yeah, they're running, Cole, to the right side of the hill. The buck's chasing that doe on the very top of the mountain. You see it?
Yeah.
Oh man, Cole. Dude.
That was awesome.
How close did you get?
100 yards. It was coos. Coos buck.
A coos buck. That's a nice buck then.
It was a pretty good sized coos buck.
That's really cool.
And I just got him right as his tail was flickering away, and that was at 100 yards. And that country was just so dense. It was just pure
You couldn't stalk it.
And it was loud no matter what because there was no gaps. You go through it and 10 branches grab you.
And you couldn't get to him.
And that was it. And then we went up to the top, but they were already nowhere to be found.
Let's keep on working.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep working.
They're gone too. Something happened. Like either the wind swirled, or he shot, or he stepped on a branch, or something. Did you go under him? He shot right underneath him. He said it was at 80, but he shot it for 70. Dang.
Okay, they're still looking at you. Just be really patient. Just don't move. There's other ones on the other side. I think I just saw a buck. It was intense.
Crazy. He's right. We driving down. I look to my left. Huge coos.
That
like
was a big
40 yards
coos
away.
buck.
Just massive. Record buck probably.
Jeez.
And so I hop out, grab my bow, I start running down, and I get to 43 yards and he stopped, and I range him and I go to draw back, but he moves behind a big bush, and I can see his outline behind the bush. And so I try to work my way around and I lose him into the thick underbrush.
Jeez.
And then I'm walking through the underbrush real slow, and all of a sudden I hear a crunch to my left. And there's a body of a deer like 10 yards away.
No!
But his head's behind the tree.
So you can't tell?
So I can't tell if it's the buck or the doe. So I'm drawn back, and it's probably like 3 seconds, and he takes off. And as he bounds off, I see his antlers above the bush.
No!
Crazy.
Oh, there's a...
Let's go right there, right there.
trigger, put it right on his shoulder, 50 yards, and missed. Like, I put it on 50 and like, I just released and it felt so good, and then that thing was gone, and I'm like, no way. Like, I was struck. Like, I did not miss that. And then I shot again at 70 yards, and that was going perfect. And then there was a brush. Boom. Smacked it. I was like about as mad as I could be. It was like you could see the stream.
It was going towards it.
And then it like cracked and bounced left, and I was like,
dang, well, two.
What a week of fun in Arizona during the rut with deer everywhere. It was such a blast. Seeing over 80 deer in 5 days of hunting, couldn't have asked for more. Seeing 15 to 20 different bucks, getting to stalk on legitimate stalks maybe 4 or 3 times, so fun. Getting up to 40 yards from a deer, not ranging them right, taking a guesstimate at 50 yards, just ranged them wrong. Just ranged a different spot far off, but shot right over him. That buck's dead next year. That buck is dead next year. Such a bummer way to end, but that is archery. And it's just addicting, and I just can't wait to get back at it again next year. This is a hunt that I'll remember the rest of my life. It's just so much memories being with my wife and my good friend Cole Raven. And I couldn't have asked for anything better than this week. It was, man, a lot to take in from it, a lot of experience how to stalk, and it was just a ton of fun. And hey, you live and learn, right? You live and learn, and I learned a big deal. I'd marked about 5 different locations, but that one particular spot, it was kind of between a 40 and 50 yard zone. I just went with the 50 and went right over his back, and it's completely my fault, but I'm going to get him next year. Hey, I'm super glad to be able to film these hunts for you. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And also comment below, give us some tips. I'm young, and I'm just here trying to be able to give you guys my experience and what I've learned. But yeah, just keep hunting, everyone. Learn by your own experience and learn from your own fails, just like I have this week. But keep on hunting.